Today, we embark on a mysterious journey to explore the life and shocking prophecies of Baba Vanga, the blind woman from Bulgaria, widely known as the Nostradamus of the Balkans. After losing her eyesight in a tragic accident at the age of 12, she developed a unique ability that many believe to be a gift from the universe, the power to foresee what lies ahead for humanity. Her life is a tale of mystery, not only because of the predictions that have come true, but also due to a spiritual journey that transcended the limits of ordinary human perception. Baba Vanga is renowned for accurately predicting historical events such as World War II, the Chernobyl disaster in 1986, and the dissolution of the Soviet Union. Her chilling prophecies extended to the death of Stalin, the 9/11 attacks in the United States, and the cursed submarine tragedy. What makes her legendary, however, is not just the accuracy of her predictions, but also her apparent connection to an invisible source of knowledge that seemed to transcend her era. Baba Vanga spoke not only of isolated events, but also provided a broad vision of humanity's future, as though she held a secret map of time. Today, we will not only revisit Baba Vanga's past prophecies, but also delve into some of her strange and challenging predictions for the near future, particularly in 2025. She foresaw massive changes in the environment, where nature might retaliate fiercely against the damage inflicted by humanity. She also alluded to the inevitable rise of technology, envisioning a world where machines and artificial intelligence would surpass the limits of human imagination. Moreover, her prophecies extended to the universe, hinting at groundbreaking discoveries that could alter humanity's understanding of its place in the vast cosmos. But it doesn't stop there. Her societal predictions have raised profound questions. Will humanity unite to face common challenges, or will divisions grow deeper? Will we find a path to harmony with nature and the universe, or will we continue to face dire consequences of our actions? These questions are not just for those who believe in Baba Vanga, but for all of us living in an ever-changing world. Will 2025 mark the beginning of a glorious new chapter, or will it serve as humanity's final wake-up call? To delve deeper into these matters, let us embark on this journey through time and space, guided by Baba Vanga's mysterious, sharp, and often haunting prophecies. This is not just a story about the future, but a reminder of the present, about what we can change before it's too late. Let's begin. According to Baba Vanga, 2025 will not only mark a period of significant change, but could also be a time when humanity faces one of its most severe challenges yet, a catastrophic environmental disaster capable of shaking the very foundations of life on Earth. This is not a vague warning, but a dark and vivid vision of the future, where nature, having endured enough harm from humanity, may retaliate fiercely, leaving unimaginable consequences in its wake. We have already seen the warning signs: devastating hurricanes like Katrina tearing through New Orleans, leaving destruction and broken families behind. Superstorms like Maria ravaging Puerto Rico, plunging the region into prolonged humanitarian crises. And these are just fragments of an increasingly erratic pattern. Wildfires raging like infernos across California, Australia, or the Amazon, destroying habitats and inflicting severe damage on the atmosphere. Catastrophic floods such as those in Pakistan or China have swept away entire villages, leaving behind a legacy of tears and despair. But if Baba Vanga's prophecy holds true, all we have witnessed so far might merely be the prelude. Imagine a world where coastal cities like Miami, Jakarta, or Venice are completely submerged due to rising sea levels. Pacific islands vanish, forcing entire populations into hopeless migration. Global temperatures continue to spiral out of control, accelerating polar ice melt at an alarming rate, triggering a domino effect of natural disasters, stronger hurricanes, more frequent flash floods, and prolonged droughts. These are not just numbers in environmental reports. They are real tragedies where families and individuals must grapple with irreversible losses. The impact of environmental disasters extends far beyond death tolls and missing persons. It represents a global economic shock where interconnected nations struggle with skyrocketing food prices, severely disrupted supply chains, and colossal recovery costs. It is a social crisis as millions are forced to leave their homes, creating immense pressure on already strained regions. Above all, it is a crisis of trust as humanity begins to question whether we still have control over our destiny. This is not merely a story about a potential disaster, but a wake-up call, a resounding alarm bell. The future is not a distant concept. It is being shaped right now by what we do today, by the decisions we make every moment. If we continue down the path of environmental destruction and ignore nature's warnings, 2025 could mark one of the darkest chapters in human history. The question is no longer how we will face this, but whether we have the courage and determination to act before it's too late. This is a moment for every individual and every nation to rise up and realize that our fate is deeply intertwined with the earth. Will we learn to respect and protect nature, or will we let destruction continue until there is nothing left to save? Time is not on our side, and 2025, just a few steps away, may be the turning point. Now is the time to choose. Fight for change or silently watch our future collapse. In 2025, India could become the epicenter of an unprecedented crisis, an exploding population pushing the country to the brink of daunting challenges. Imagine a city like Mumbai, already famous for its density and hustle, now bracing itself to accommodate millions more, all seeking jobs, housing, and basic survival needs. Roads that are already congested, hospitals that are overcrowded, and slums that are packed to the brim. How much more strain can they bear? With India's workforce accounting for 1/5 of the global working age population, the risk of economic imbalance becomes more evident than ever. If the economy cannot grow quickly enough to absorb this massive labor force, millions will face unemployment. Picture the despair of a young graduate clutching a university degree, yet struggling through the narrow alleys of Mumbai to find a menial job. The competition could drive wages to rock bottom, leaving even families with stable incomes feeling suffocated by rising living costs. The situation worsens as the influx of people into major cities puts immense pressure not only on the labor market, but also on living space. Skyrocketing housing prices will make it impossible for millions to find decent shelter, forcing them to cram into overcrowded and underserved slums, rife with disease and insecurity. Cramped rooms, dark alleys, and dilapidated rooftops will become the stark symbols of an unavoidable crisis. Public services, from healthcare to transportation, will also be pushed to their limits. Overwhelmed hospitals will leave citizens waiting hours, even days, for medical attention. Roads that are already gridlocked will turn into inescapable traps, making daily commutes a nightmare. The congestion will not only dominate the streets, but seep into every aspect of life, from overburdened schools to depleted water supplies. Without decisive government action to expand infrastructure, create jobs, and improve living conditions, a wave of discontent will no longer remain dormant. It could erupt into protests, conflicts, and widespread social unrest. This is not merely a question of population statistics or economic growth rates. It is the story of millions of lives, people pushed to their limits, fighting daily to survive in a system buckling under its own weight. Will India overcome this challenge to usher in a new era of development, or will it be overwhelmed by the sheer force of its massive population? Only time and the critical decisions made today will answer that question. But clearly, there is no time to delay. Acting now is the only way to prevent an unstable future before it's too late. In 2025, an invisible but dangerous threat from space could disrupt modern life as we know it. Powerful solar storms capable of causing severe interruptions to the global communication systems we rely on. Imagine waking up one morning as usual, turning on your computer to work, checking your phone for news, or using GPS to navigate to your destination, and suddenly, everything goes dead. The internet stops working, phones fail to connect, and GPS systems become useless. This is not the plot of a sci-fi movie. It's a scenario that could become reality if a massive solar storm strikes Earth. These storms are the result of solar energy bursts emitting charged particles and electromagnetic radiation that can directly impact satellites orbiting Earth and even ground-based power grids. The devices we depend on daily, from mobile phones and the internet to online banking systems, are highly vulnerable to this immense energy. A major solar storm could disrupt satellite signals, halting phone calls, financial transactions, and even GPS navigation. In an instant, the world could plunge into a state of total digital silence. Think about how deeply we rely on digital services. A powerful solar storm could render businesses unable to process transactions, paralyze vital supply chains, and disrupt emergency services that depend on communication networks to respond to critical situations. Just as a traditional storm leaves a city without power, a solar storm would leave the entire planet in a state of digital blackout. No lights, no signals, no connectivity. A classic example of such an event is the Carrington event of 1859, where a massive solar storm disrupted the early telegraph systems. But today, with our extreme reliance on technology, the consequences would be exponentially greater. Experts warned that a similar event in the modern era could cause damages worth trillions of dollars and take months, even years, to fully recover from. Without technological safeguards, such as strengthening satellites and upgrading power grids, we may not be ready to face the impact of these storms. This is not just a wake-up call, it is a call to action. The world must swiftly invest in preventive solutions and build resilient infrastructure capable of withstanding space impacts to minimize risks. For if such a storm strikes, it won't just disrupt daily life, but will test the adaptability of modern society in this digital age. In 2025, the world may witness an unprecedented leap in computing power. Computers with processing capabilities equivalent to the human brain could cost as little as $1,000. This is not just a milestone in technology, but a transformative advancement that could reshape entire fields of science, medicine, and business, and even the way we live and think. Imagine a machine with the intellectual capacity of the human brain, but without the limitations of fatigue or restricted information processing. In healthcare, such a computer could analyze millions of scientific studies, patient records, and medical data in seconds. Tasks that would take teams of researchers months to accomplish could now be resolved in an instant, leading to more precise, faster, and cheaper treatments. In the fight against climate change, the ability to process massive data sets could dramatically improve the accuracy of weather predictions, enabling governments and communities to better prepare and save millions of lives from natural disasters. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. A brain-like machine not only processes information rapidly, but also learns and adapts, opening possibilities previously confined to human imagination. In business, it could optimize complex supply chains, predict market trends with stunning accuracy, and develop personalized marketing strategies tailored to individual customers. In education, it could design customized learning paths for every student, turning the dream of personalized education for all into reality. However, like a double-edged sword, these advancements come with significant potential risks. Consider a scenario where a computer not only understands your thoughts, but can predict your actions based on personal data. As computing power surpasses human control, pressing questions about privacy and ethics grow sharper than ever. Would we accept a system capable of making crucial decisions on behalf of humans? Or would a single organization owning such supercomputers wield undue influence over the lives of millions or even billions of people? Additionally, the declining cost of this technology raises the risk of misuse. A $1,000 artificial brain could easily fall into the wrong hands, enabling cyber attacks or sophisticated propaganda campaigns designed to manipulate public opinion. The line between humans and machines, between individual freedom and control, could blur more than ever. The year 2025 could mark a major turning point as automated decision-making systems, powered by advanced artificial intelligence, AI, become an integral part of many aspects of life. However, alongside this explosion of technology lies a host of ethical, accountability, and control challenges that could shape how we exist in the modern world. Imagine a world where automated systems take over decision-making in critical fields like healthcare, law enforcement, and financial markets. In hospitals, AI might analyze millions of data sets to determine who gets life-saving treatment first. But could it truly grasp the value of a life beyond cold numbers? In the justice system, AI might suggest sentences based on historical records, but could it understand human complexity and the nuance no algorithm can measure? In financial markets, automated systems might execute trades in milliseconds, but a minor error could trigger catastrophic consequences on a global scale. These powerful systems raise serious concerns about responsibility. If an automated decision leads to a disaster, like a medical error, an unjust sentence, or a financial crash, who is accountable? The programmers, the organizations operating it, or the AI system itself? This accountability becomes increasingly blurred as systems grow more complex and capable of learning beyond human control. Moreover, AI is not immune to bias. These systems depend on data for learning, and if that data contains historical biases, AI will replicate and even amplify them. For instance, an AI in recruitment might unintentionally favor men over women if historical data reflects such bias. In law enforcement, facial recognition systems might be less accurate for certain racial groups, leading to serious errors and injustices. Another danger is over-reliance on these automated systems, creating a gap between people and critical decisions. When individuals are excluded from decision-making processes, especially in situations that directly impact their lives, they may feel disempowered and alienated. This could erode trust in systems, fostering a society where people feel controlled by unfeeling machines. Nevertheless, it's undeniable that automated decision-making systems also offer unprecedented opportunities. They can minimize human error, speed up efficiency in critical areas, and free people from repetitive tasks to focus on more creative endeavors. However, these benefits can only be fully realized if we ensure that AI is designed and used responsibly, transparently, and under human oversight. If you find these insights and stories meaningful, don't forget to help share this content with more people. And if you want to join us in exploring more mysterious stories and vital lessons for the future, hit that subscribe button today. Your support means the world to us. Every like, every subscription fuels our mission to bring you even more high-quality content. Together, we'll not only explore, but also act for a better world. Thank you for being a part of this journey.